Shifting focus at the very top of this hour to another big case that was in fact heard in the Supreme Court. Top Court's big ruling on the Aravali case now. Supreme Court stays own order defining Aravali by height. Top Court's November 20th order has now been stayed. Supreme Court fires multiple questions to the centre at this point. Supreme Court has sent a notice to all Aravali stakeholders, in fact, asking the Environment Ministry specifically to respond to the questions that have been raised. Next, the Aravali hearing has been scheduled to take place on Jan 21st. Till then, all of the guidelines which were mentioned in the previous order remains to be stayed at this point. 100-meter height norm junked by the Supreme Court for now is what we are learning. Anisha Mathur joining me on the broadcast from the newsroom, and Nalini Sharma continues to be with us as we are tracking this legal story now this hour. Quickly, Nalini, first coming to you, what exactly are we just understanding from this very order? Just take us through briefly in terms of the hearing and the questions that have been posed by the Supreme Court to all the stakeholders, especially the Environment Ministry.
Well, Shreya, the biggest takeaway from the hearing in the Aravali case before the Supreme Court today is that the earlier 20th November order, because of which this entire controversy had erupted in the first place, has been kept in abeyance by the Supreme Court. And this is a cognizance that was taken suo motu by the Supreme Court on its own accord to decide that the 20th November order should be kept in abeyance. And the reason for that, as has been stated by CJS Suryakant, is that the Supreme Court order as well as the ministry directive are both being misinterpreted to a large extent, which is why the Supreme Court has said that an independent expert body needs to be constituted, and this independent body must conduct a fair, impartial and independent probe to decide as to whether or not to give definitive guidance regarding certain aspects to do with the Aravali Hills. And they've also said that till the time we don't get an independent expert opinion, there should be no furtherance done either on this aspect of the Supreme Court order or any steps taken by the ministry. Some very important questions have also been raised to the centre, most importantly on the aspect of whether out of the 12,000 odd Aravali Hills, is it true that only 1,000, roughly about 1,000 of those actually meet the criteria of that 100-meter and above mark? Because if that's the case, then that essentially means that a large majority, almost over 90% of the Aravali Hill range will fall under the 100-meter range. Another very important question that the Supreme Court has raised is that between the two hills, where there is space, where there is a valley, will mining and other activities be allowed in those areas, because they're technically not the hill? So some very pointed, pertinent, specific questions have been raised by the Supreme Court that the centre has to come back with an answer to. Till the time these answers are not achieved, the Supreme Court will not decide what needs to be done in this matter, which is why even the earlier order has been kept in abeyance. And another most important thing to watch out for is the constitution of this expert body that is going to give an independent opinion and independent guidance on exactly what needs to be done when it comes to this entire controversy surrounding the Aravali range. Sure.
Right. Anisha, coming to you next. Let's understand, while Nalini has detailed out what exactly went down inside the court, let's now understand, ever since that verdict had come in from the top court with regards to the Aravalis, the Environment Ministry maintained that the Aravalis are not under threat. It's just a portion that's being looked at for mining cases. But more importantly, this order will in fact protect the rest of the hills also, which initially were going unchecked. But now with these questions being posed, and very sharp questions by the Supreme Court being posed at the Environment Ministry, what are we looking ahead in terms of what will happen next in this very case if we speak of this particular stakeholder, that is the Environment Ministry of the country?
Well, Shreya, look, the Supreme Court took suo motu cognizance after such a lot of public outrage. We've seen environmentalists writing to the Chief Justice, asking them to take up this matter, to review this matter. Now, let's look at what the court has said. At the three judges bench of the Supreme Court during this hearing today, what have they said? We are issuing this detailed order with questions so that people understand what kind of clarifications are needed. We are concerned about how the Aravali range is being defined. pointed questions being asked by the court about the scope of the definition of the Aravalis. How exactly is identification being done? In fact, a very clear question coming in from the court that if there is a distance between two hills which is higher than 500 meters, which is the definition that was suggested by the CEC report, which was accepted in the earlier order, what are you going to do if there is mining happening in that area? What are you going to do about mining happening in hills that are under 100 meters? Thirdly, the question that is specifically asked, whether the widely publicized criticism saying that more than 11,000 of the hill out of some 12,000 odd hills that are there in Rajasthan do not fall within that specific criteria of 100 meters. Is that scientifically accurate? Is that allegation that is doing the rounds, is the objection of the environmentalists, is that correct or not? We need scientific, exhaustive scientific mapping is needed. This is what the court is saying. To what extent are you permitting mining? Where are you permitting mining? Please tell us. All this must be clarified. This is a direct quote I'm giving you from today's hearing. The Chief Justice specifically saying, will this restrictive definition broaden the area where mining is being allowed? Will it put more of the ecologically sensitive areas within the area where mining is in fact allowed? So is this order creating more problems? Effectively, that is what the Supreme Court is asking. And therefore, and the court also noted that yes, we understand that even in the 20th November judgment, the three judges bench has said that prior to the implementation, the mapping has to be done. So therefore, what are you doing about the mapping? That is also a question that the court has asked. And very clearly, the observation coming in from the Supreme Court that there are some resultant observations that are being misconstrued in the public, that we appreciate that the government is going to hold public consultations before they start implementing anything. But since these questions have been asked, there are concerns raised, especially about the mapping. We propose, and I'm quoting again here from the order, we propose that a high-powered expert committee of domain experts be formed to analyze the report that was submitted earlier. So effectively, what the court is saying, that we know that the order was passed on the basis of the CEC report, but since there are so many concerns, since there are concerns about the height, about how exactly the implementation may happen, therefore maybe there should be another committee which will clarify all of these things. 21st of January is when the next hearing is going to happen. The 20th November order is going to be kept in abeyance till then. Effectively, it's a big win for the activists, for the environmentalists, for the people of various states who've been out on the streets. Because Rishya, you've seen the kind of protest we've seen in Rajasthan, in Haryana, even in Gujarat and in Delhi, how the protests have happened, that Aravalis are actively under threat. And Aravalis, remember, are extremely, extremely important for environment, for the economy, for the very survival of North India. And therefore, the Environment Ministry has been asked to respond. The Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhati, who had been representing the Environment Ministry earlier in the hearing, has also been asked to come back and